Amid the country sinking deeper into hardship due to a series of unrealistic decisions by Starmer, he has just committed a bold act that has shocked the entire nation. The authoritarian Prime Minister Starmer has ignored all protests to imprison Tommy Robinson in the worst prison. Let us delve into this grim development along with the latest news from across the country. And before we begin, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Recently, Tommy's team released a shocking announcement through a post on social media X, stating that he had been transferred from Belmarsh prison to a higher security detention facility, specifically HMP Woodhill. This is not just simple information, but also a sign of the brutal treatment that Tommy is enduring, as HMP Woodhill is the very place where he was previously attacked. A friend of Tommy visited him this morning and reported that, although his health condition remains stable, he is still held in solitary confinement, completely devoid of the care that a human being deserves. The situation at Woodhill is genuinely concerning. Tommy has been stripped of all the privileges he once had. He is locked in a punishment area without receiving any notification or choice from the authorities. The living conditions here could not be worse, as he has no time for exercise, no open visits, and no established daily schedule. This environment clearly aims not just to confine but also to undermine both his physical and mental well-being. Despite being classified as a Category D civil offender, Tommy is treated like a high-risk prisoner in an extremely harsh environment. This is unacceptable. Tommy's team is calling on everyone to contact their MPs to remind the governor of Woodhill Prison of her duty to protect the rights of inmates. A clear comparison needs to be highlighted. Stuart Mason, a former police officer who pleaded guilty to serious crimes against children, received only a suspended sentence and is now living freely. Meanwhile, Tommy, an ordinary citizen, suffers severe penalties without any justifiable reason. So what has led to the silence regarding the leniency that Mason received? Why are MPs not standing up for justice in this case? The way Tommy is treated highlights serious deficiencies in our justice system. Thoughts and opinions on this matter are worth sharing, and we need to stay updated for further information. Shifting to another development, Kemi Badenoch has asserted that she will hold the Labour Party accountable while outlining a renewal plan for the Conservative Party in her first speech as leader. Badenoch has brilliantly won the Conservative Party leadership election with 53,806 votes, surpassing rival Robert Genricks, who received 41,000 votes, out of a total of 131,680 voters. After being elected, the new leader of the Conservative Party confidently stepped onto the stage to announce her plan to return the party to government in the next election. In her first speech, she shared that being elected is a tremendous honour and expressed her gratitude to her husband Hamish for his invaluable support in helping her achieve this success. She also took a moment to thank Rishi Sunak for his role in leading the Conservative Party following the defeat in the July elections. Despite her respect for opponent Robert Genricks, Badenoch emphasised that the two truly have not many differences in views. She stated that the immediate task ahead is extremely challenging yet straightforward. The Conservative Party's first responsibility in opposition is to hold this Labour government accountable for its actions. The second equally important task is to prepare for government in the coming years. This is to ensure that by the time of the next election, the Conservative Party not only has a clear set of commitments that appeal to the people of Britain, but also a concrete plan on how to implement those commitments to reform how the government operates. The Prime Minister seems to be realising late the risks of lacking such a clear plan. This monumental task will begin today. This effort will involve engaging all colleagues in Parliament, the Scottish Parliament, the House of Lords, as well as council members and party members. However, the issue is not solely with the Conservative Party. More importantly, there is a need to embrace those whom the Conservative Party wishes to regain trust from. It is about who needs to be welcomed into the Conservative Party, about what the party needs to build for the future in the next 5, 10 and 20 years. This party is crucial for the success of the country. However, to attract attention, it first needs to be candid. Candid about the mistakes that have been made and about allowing standards to deteriorate significantly. Now is the time to speak the truth, to defend the principles of the party, to plan for the future, to reshape the politics and thinking of the party, and to give the Conservative Party a fresh start that everyone deserves. It is time to get to work. It is time for renewal. Finally, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have taken the first step in investing millions of dollars into the real estate sector with the purchase of a new property in Portugal. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex are said to have just bought a property in Alentejo, Portugal, close to their longtime friends, Princess Eugenie and her husband Jack Brooksbank. The couple continues to maintain distance in their work and public appearances to promote their business ventures. Meghan attracts attention from a certain demographic group, while Harry focuses on supporting the charitable activities he pursues. It is currently unclear whether this new property will be rented out to generate income or will only be used for personal asset accumulation. This is the first property that the couple has purchased without the intention of maintaining full-time residency since they left the royal family in January 2020. According to sources, expanding this real estate portfolio is the first step in many plans to invest millions of dollars from Netflix. The Sun reported that a source indicated they are using their finances wisely. It is known that the Sussexes signed an £80 million deal with Netflix after stepping down from royal duties in January 2020. The couple is believed to have received a £75 million payment from Netflix for their 6-part documentary, released on the platform in 2022, which quickly rose to #1 in the UK. The documentary, providing insights into the royal family and the Sussexes' relationship, became Netflix's most watched documentary ever, garnering over 80 million viewing hours in its debut. Prince Harry, who inherited £8 million from the late Queen when he turned 40 in September, is also reported to have received a £15 million advance for the sequel to his autobiography. Sources close to the couple say that the new home in Portugal will be part of their financial portfolio, emphasising their increasing focus on real estate. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex are facing significant financial costs for security protection and the mortgage on their home in California, where they plan to live with their 2 children, Archie Fee and Lilibet III. The couple was asked to leave Frogmore Cottage last year, which means they currently have no residence in the UK. This wooden house has been allocated to Prince Andrew, 64, as part of the downsizing of the Royal Lodge he currently resides in. Grant Harold, the former butler to the King, pointed out that the severance of ties between the King and Prince Andrew has long been in progress. Charles is said to have cut Andrew's annual allowance of £1 million along with security funds, in a decisive move after the Duke of York refused to downsize his property. According to royal biographer Robert Hardman, King Charles has instructed his personal financial manager to completely terminate Andrew's allowance. This decision also means that Andrew's security team will not be renewed after October. Speaking to the media, Harold made it clear that this is a strict decision, but it also shows that technically, Andrew no longer carries out any duties on behalf of the King. One of the reasons to consider regarding the current allowance is the issue of salary. From this perspective, it is difficult to accept that a prince who no longer performs royal duties should receive such a high salary. It is well understood that he is not in dire straits, as he inherited a massive fortune from his late mother, Queen Elizabeth II. Financially, his situation seems stable. He still owns Frogmore Cottage, a home that has become the focus of much recent debate. There is much speculation that the King intends to ask him to leave this place, while he himself is very keen to continue living there, a place that has been tied to him for a long time. What do people think about the issues we have discussed in today's video? Please leave your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to stay updated on the latest political developments in the UK. Thank you all, and see you in the next videos.